Stop daydreaming, car shoppers. Dave Smith Motors has your dream car with over 1,300 new cars and trucks in inventory. We are one of the largest Jeep and Ram dealers, selling Chryslers and Dodges too. And we're the Northwest's largest GM dealer. People travel from over 40 states, including Hawaii and Alaska, to buy from us in Kellogg, Idaho. We have the best people, the best products, and our low prices are back. Before you buy anywhere, visit davesmith.com to unlock the best prices. Dave Smith Motors, where dreams drive home.
Blog Talk Radio.
To Stargate Radio on this October 3rd, 2024, and that was the theme from Close Encounters, and we're going to talk about close encounters, not just close encounters, but real encounters. And Marisol Smiley is with me. She has experienced a lot of things, and one of the most famous UFO incidents where many children were abducted on September 1st of 1969. She's going to talk about that because she was one of those children in Hartford, Connecticut. And it started, it sounded like, in Berkshire County, Massachusetts. So I'm going to bring her on now because we got a lot to cover. So welcome back to the show, Marisol. Great to have you back.
Thank you for having me, everyone. It's great to be on your show.
Oh, well, it's great to have you, and thank goodness you were spared from Hurricane Helene, because we were going to have you on the show last week, and we had to cancel because we didn't know what that hurricane was going to do.
Yes. It was quite scary. I am just so thankful and blessed that it went right over us. We didn't lose any power. Nothing broke. We were spared by the grace of God because everybody else was not. It was quite scary. Clearwater is pretty bad. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I was praying like crazy. But I don't know. These hurricanes are getting worse. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They're getting worse and worse. And people I was telling people a couple of years ago that we're living in Florida and some of these other places, I said, get away from the coast, get inland, get in higher ground, because these storms are going to get worse and worse. I've seen it. I've had visions of it. And I know you two have visions too, so we'll talk about that. But let's go back to 1969. What were you doing on September 1st? And was it actually September 1st that all this started happening?
Honestly, I can't tell you for sure that it was September 1st. I know that it was a very hot summer day. We went to church. My parents are pastors. We had a church in Hartford. And so that day we went to church. My dad, I think he was cleaning something in the church and getting things ready. So we went back home. I was really tired that afternoon, and I just went straight to sleep. I went to bed, and I woke up. I didn't wake up right away, but I heard crying. I heard, crying. And I had an older brother who was an alcoholic, and he was in his mid to late 20s, and he would come over and scare us. And so I was afraid to open my eyes because I said to myself, well, it's my brother Peter, and he knows I'm awake. He's going to make me kneel down, and, he would punish us. And he would just do things that was just traumatizing for us. So I thought it was him, but it wasn't. I got the courage to open my eyes because I heard other children crying that didn't sound like my siblings and adults. I was like, uh-oh, this doesn't sound right. So when I opened my eyes, I saw myself being looked at by these monsters. To me, they were monsters. They were these gray beings with big black eyes, and they were staring straight at me. So it really shocked me to see these beings all over me, on just hovering over me, just looking me over. And so I tried to swat at one of them because he was like really close to my face. And it grabbed my hand and put my hand down, but I couldn't move. I was like paralyzed. The only thing I could do basically is move my head a little bit to the side. So I'm trying to look and get, find out where I am. And I look down, and then I see this gray alien, this tall gray, and he's standing on by this doorway on this ship. I was on this ship. And I didn't know it was a ship. I thought it was some sort of a house or some place, but it looked metallic. You could see that it was metallic. I could see it was all metallic. I could hear the children crying. I could see this boy. When I'm looking, I look to the side and to the right, and I see this boy just standing there. And I'm like trying to ask him to help me, but I can't talk. And I could hear him in my head. And this boy tells me, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. So that kind of calms me down. So I'm trying to look at myself, and when I look down, I could see my insides. I could see my body,
wow.
my skeletal, my inside, and that really frightened me. I thought they were killing me. So I tried to struggle, and I couldn't. I guess they realized that I could see. And the light underneath me, this table they had me on, when it lit up, it made they could see through me. And I could see through myself. When they turned the light off, I was back to normal. I couldn't see my guts or anything. This
like an X-ray.
Yes, like an X-ray, but it was on the table, and it lit up like that. So up above me, I could see there's these things. There are like these, I don't know, it looked like a dentist thing with gadgets on it. And the Greys were doing stuff to me, but I couldn't feel anything. They weren't hurting me. I didn't feel no pain or anything. When they realized that I was very aware of certain things, they turned off that light. Everything went back to normal. But the table started like sliding upwards, and I started sliding down. I said to myself, this is my chance to get away. As a kid, you want to get away. I was really terrified. I could hear and see other children. I could hear and I could see these flashes, and the flashes were more down towards this other area on the ship. There were like these big blue flashes that like lightning, real quick. Mm-hmm. And so when the table like started retracting back into, and I started sliding off this table, I thought that I could make myself heavy and that they wouldn't take me away. But it didn't work. I was literally floating behind this gray, and he was taking me through this area on the ship where there were other children. I see this little toddler sitting on a table just like the one they had me on. And he may be, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 years old. And he's just sitting there on this table, and he was maybe Hispanic or black. He looked kind of Hispanic. Mm-hmm. He had red hair. Then there was this other little girl. The little girl had glasses, like cat glasses, like the cat woman, the glasses, the way they look in the 1960s.
Right.
And she had, she looked scared. And then as I'm floating, I'm looking at I'm observing these other children and these other people. And then I see these cubby holes, like these big cubby holes along the wall. And in the cubby holes were people. And they were like just some of them were like just sobbing and crying, and some of them were just like completely frightened. The
Are
look
you
in their
saying
faces.
adults? Are
Yes,
you saying adults were there? Okay.
Yes, there were some adults there. There were, well, I don't know. It could have been a teenager. Because I was only 6, so to me, a teenager could have been an adult for me, you know. I saw this girl. The girl, she was crouched down in the cubbyhole. She was literally holding her legs against her chest, and the look on her face was of complete and utter fear. Just looking at her really scared me. I'm like, oh my God, they're taking me to the cubbyhole. What's going on with these cubbyholes? As I'm going to the cubbyholes and I see this girl, I see another person in the cubbyhole, and I see the flash happen, and the person was gone. Now I'm really terrified. Oh my God, they're going to incinerate me in this blue cubbyhole thing, and the light is going to take me. So I'm really, really scared. I'm struggling. I end up in this cubbyhole, and I'm trying to get out. I see the boy again, and this boy is Tom Warner. But I didn't know it was him. I didn't even know his name. To me, it was the boy. I always referred to him as the boy because I didn't know his name. So this boy, he tries to help me. I'm trying to get out of this cubbyhole. Now, you can't see. There's no doors, okay? It's like a force field of something that does not allow you to go through. So once you're in that cubbyhole, you're there. You cannot go out of it. But I didn't know that, you know. I thought I could just get out of it, but I couldn't. And the boy was trying to help me, and he's desperately trying to find a way to get me out of there, but he can't do anything. The next thing I know, I see the flash, and I'm outside in my backyard.
Wow.
I'm still stuck there on the ground with this beam of blue light holding me down in the ground. And I see these 3 grays. Now, 2 of them walk towards this light thing, and one was standing by my head. When the third one left and joined the other 2, they went into like this, I don't know if it's an elevator, it's some sort of a tube or something, and it took them up into the ship. I could see the ship above our house, and it practically covered like 4 houses in the whole neighborhood. That's how big this thing was.
That's huge.
So once the light came off me, I sat up and I looked around me, and I felt my clothes felt kind of like wet, moist, like I had been in water and kind of almost dry, but not completely. And so I realized I had just moved there. I wasn't really sure that I was in my backyard. I thought I was somewhere else. But when I sat up and I took a good look, I was in my backyard and I see the house. And so I'm terrified to knock on the door and get into the house. Okay, my parents were very strict. They controlled everything. We were exposed to everything. And so I knew that I wasn't supposed to be outside, and that if my dad was alerted that I was outside at that hour, I would be spanked. So I took a few rocks, threw these rocks at the window to wake up my older sister, Naomi. So I wake Naomi up, and I point to her to unlock the door to let me in, and I go up the steps because we lived on the 2nd floor in this house, and my mother opened the door, and she grabbed me by my hair and pulled me in, and she said, in the morning, you're going to have to explain to your dad how you got outside. So, yeah, the next morning, I had to explain to my dad how I got outside. Excuse me, I'm drinking a little water.
Did they ever talk to you? Was there any kind of telepathy that they were talking in your head, or did you hear them talk?
The only one that I could recall talking to me in my head was the little boy. And I don't know how this little boy did it. Tom. Yeah, the little boy. The little boy is telepathic.
But not the aliens. They didn't talk to you.
The aliens, they didn't talk to me. They just looked me over. They because they were so different to me, I thought they were demons. I mean, I was raised in church.
Sure.
So, you know, I only know about angels, God, and demons. I didn't know about aliens or anything like that.
No.
So when that morning we're getting ready, and in those days, you know, everybody ate together, you know. Everybody sat at the table and ate.
I remember that.
You know, I sat down and I got breakfast in front of me, and my dad walks in, and my mom says, "I want you to explain to your dad how you got outside last night." So I take a deep breath, and I look at my mom, and I look at my dad, and I says, and my dad was sitting next to me, and I'm sitting, you know, on the head of the table, and I says, "Mom, Dad, you guys are right. The monster demons came to take me last night, and they left me outside." So my dad, he was furious. He backhanded me and smacked me so hard that my breakfast fell on me. I hit my head, and I ran and hid myself under the bed. I didn't come out. I didn't talk about it. I drew pictures about it, and I talked to my brother and my sister about it. But I didn't talk about it to my parents. Yeah.
Boy,
and this is why I tell people when
you're should have been understanding.
My mom was, but my dad was not very understanding at all until I don't know how long after that happened, but these two men came. I'm outside, and I see this car coming, and so I run upstairs, you know, and they're parked in front where my dad usually parks. So I'm like, they're coming to our house. So I run upstairs, and I tell my mom, there's these men in a beautiful black car, and they're coming upstairs. And so my mom says, what? So she runs down the stairs, and she meets these two men. And so they show her something, and they come in, and they usher us children to one of the rooms and separate us from my parents. There were two of these men.
Wow.
I believe, honestly, from now, you know, and through my research, that these were the men in black. But they're not like what people say now they are. I believe they were human people. Because these two men came to our house. They had dark navy blue suits. They had the fedora.
Military.
And, And so they came and they separated. One of them separated us, my sister and my brothers, into one room, and my mom and dad into the kitchen. So I'm trying to listen and at the same time, you know, be respectful. So we're all huddled together, sitting on our bed, you know, listening to what's happening. And it's scary because I could hear my dad pleading with this guy. I couldn't make out what they were saying, but my dad said, don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. And so I see this man that was going from the kitchen and coming back to us where we were. And they go into my brother's room, my brother Israel. My brother Israel is a year and a half older than I am, and so we draw a lot together. So all of the drawings that my brother and I made were taken, including things that had nothing to do with the aliens. So that afternoon, we went to church, and I heard my mom talking with the ladies in church about these men coming to the house and threatening my father and about something about me. So I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm in trouble. I did something wrong, and they're gonna take me away. I was just really scared. But my mother never mentioned it or anything, and I never talked about it again until I got a little older. And I asked my mother. I said, Mom, you know, something happened to me, and I told you guys about it, and I believe they were demons. Do demons really exist like that? Do they look like in form, like in people? Like are they real? And she says, well, they are. She says demons are real, and Scripture tells you that there's demons. So yes, She says, but those may have not been demons. She says those may have been people from another world. And so that kind of stuck with me, like people from another world. I never knew anything like that.
Wow.
You know? I never knew about aliens or anything like that. But my mother had a little secret that she wasn't telling us about, and I think I can understand why, because of the way my dad reacted. But my family, my grandparents, or my mom's grandparents, there was a hurricane in Puerto Rico, and they had an interaction with some tall white beings that landed on the beach and helped them and gave them water and supplies. So I believe that these beings, yes, these beings do come and they assist humanity and they assist people. They do care about us. They do care very much for us. So so when I saw the Unsolved, no, not all of them. There are these very nefarious beings that are really trying to hurt humanity. But I'm thankful that we have a greater force of good that is not going to allow that to happen. But when I saw the Unsolved Mysteries, you see, I hadn't spoken about any of this, only to my children, people very, very close to me. So when the Berkshires, I saw that in 2020, when the girl said that she was left outside, okay? I'm watching this, I've been, following UFOs, and I've joined UFO groups in 2011 when I first joined Facebook, because I wanted to know if anybody else had the same experience that I did, and I know that I was taken with other children in '69. But I never thought that it would, you kind of put these things out of your mind, and as you grow older, the experience to me was like a dream. You know how when you're childhood and you remember back to your childhood, it's kind of like a dream. It's like you're remembering, but it seems like a dream because it happened so long ago. I realized that these beings really are real, and they take us, and they take us when we're very young. I don't know what they did, but they never hurt me, and nothing hurt me. The only one that hurt me actually was my dad, but they didn't hurt me. When I contacted, I tried to contact Unsolved Mysteries when that episode came out in 2020. I never got a response, so I said to myself, I'm sure that this Mr. Tom Warner probably has a Facebook page. Let me look on Facebook, and I found him. So once I found him and I friended him, I contacted him on Messenger, and I said to him, hey, I saw your show on Unsolved Mysteries, and I'd like to send you a picture of myself because I believe that, I know you. I told him like that. So he says, I get a lot of that, yeah, sure, send me the picture. I'll take a look at it. It's all right. Let me just please this little girl and, get her off the phone. Okay, so I sent him my picture, and I got a response right away. He was like, oh, my God, you're the little girl. You're the third girl. You're the girl. I'm like, oh, my God, Warner. You really remember me? Yeah. He goes, yeah, I know you. You're that little girl. I tried to help you. You remember that? And that really hit me. I didn't think he remembered that. And he remembered.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Isn't that amazing? He's just amazing.
It was amazing. And, it was kind of really blew me out of the water. It just blew my mind. And then to know that, I've learned so much. I know, and I am aware that these beings are more than capable of shifting us from one timeline to another. I am aware that these beings can manipulate us in all kinds of ways. And I also know that humanity has wonderful angelic beings that love us so very much. and are intervening in our behalf to save humanity. And they show us things. And I want people to know that that prayer is very important, and that we are, as a collective, as a human race, are related to angelic beings. So don't ever think that you are not worthy. You are part of this angelic realm, and people don't realize it. We are vibrating in a lower, dense reality, and this is why we are here, to assist other humans and save humanity. This is why we're here, to save and help each other. So when I see all this division and I see people hating other people, I feel sad, because all together we are one. We are all one. We are connected by a higher source. We really are.
We are.
And
yes.
There really
true.
is no difference, only the difference that you put in your mind. We are all one, and we are all so loved. Yes, humanity is loved.
I think you're right. And I think, all of the children that were taken, including yourself, were chosen because of a purpose. And I know you've been given information about the things coming up, and we'll get to that. I know we're going to take just a brief little break, about a 4-minute break in a few minutes. But Marisol, you blow me away, because, you see orbs. You capture orbs on film all the time, video them. You take pictures of them. They're there. And I believe everybody that's off the coast, East Coast, they may have been abducted. There's probably millions of people that have been abducted. And you were like, what, how close were you to the ocean when you lived in Connecticut?
Oh, far. I don't think I was very close.
Were you?
I mean,
you were more inland?
Yeah. I
was
very
inland?
inland.
Okay.
Hartford, yeah.
Okay.
Hartford.
But
right
now
inland.
you're near the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
What
since I've moved to Florida, it's been very, very active, and it's been more frequent for me. I thought I was getting away, but no, I think I just got a little closer to them.
I think you did. I think you
did.
Do
when I moved
do you
from
have an
Connecticut,
implant?
I thought, honestly, I believe I do, but I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't know how they find me, but they do. But one thing I did notice, that the Greys have not bothered me since the Shining Ones have come. The Greys don't bother me.
Thank goodness. Good.
They fly around, and they run around the backyard sometimes, but they don't bother me at all, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that.
Oh, you're protected.
Amen.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a little break?
Sure.
And we'll come back in about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Bring you back. So don't go away.
All righty.
Not
I
too
won't.
far away. Okay. I just wanted to let everybody know that Tom Werner is supposed to be working on a movie. We don't know when it's coming out, and he does have a book on Amazon called Beyond the Stars. And I just want to warn you that if you buy his book, get the hardback, because he did not do that Kindle book, and that Kindle book is a scam. Whoever did that hacked Tom Werner's account somehow, some way, and we've all tried to get it off there. I know. Can you believe that? We've written to Amazon. They won't do a thing about it. There's some kind of game called the same thing, called Beyond the Stars. And Amazon's horrible. They are the worst to work with. So just be careful that you don't get the soft cover book. Just wanted to let you know that.
He sent me one.
Go ahead. Oh, did he?
He sent me a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm going to play some music. It's Marvin Gaye. We're going to go back to the past, to 1971. What's going on in the world right now? As my great aunt used to say, the world is going to hell in a handbasket, whatever that meant. Are you there, Marisol?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you ever hear that expression?
Through the house. Yes, I have. I have.
Yeah, my great My great aunt was a character. But yeah, things are so strange right now, aren't they? I mean, it's like everybody's gone insane. I don't know what it is, but I think aliens have, the bad aliens are doing something to our world too right now.
Yes, they are. They're very controlling. One thing that I did learn from the Shining Ones is that these angelic beings really do exist, and it's not as what we picture very innocently of something beautiful and glorious coming to you. When these angels approach you, some of them can take human form, and that is very comforting. But when they show themselves in their true form, it is quite alarming. I was so scared. I literally thought that I was in the presence of God. The light and the whole presence of this being was just it was beyond something that I've never experienced in my life, and he let me know how important the human race is and how loved we are and how important it is for humanity to unite as one and protect each other, because there's this nefarious group of entities that are controlling our world. I did not know in 1989, when I was 25 years old, that our world was being run by reptilian beings. I had no idea until he showed me. When he showed me, and the way he said it to me, it was like his voice. It was like I felt the vibration throughout every part of me. It was just like something like being in a concert and standing in right in front of those huge speakers, but it's this angel, this angelic being, and he told me that they are part of the Nakash. I don't know what a Nakash is, but it's some sort of a lizard being, and he showed me this tall, ugly, giant. He was maybe like, I don't know, 9 feet. He was he looked like a snake man, and he had a tail, and he looked like a snake man, and it was so frightening. I wanted to run, and I couldn't. He realized that I was freaking out, the Shining One, so he made the Nakash go away. And he wanted me to understand that that they do exist, and that I shouldn't be afraid, and that I should have faith, and that they are here to protect us, and that I am part of a group, and a group that they have chosen. Because I asked, why me? I did not feel worthy of this being. I did not understand. Mind you, this was 1980. I had gone through a lot in my life, and in the 80s, the drug scene was very prominent. So, yeah, I fell into that scene, and I was coming into recovery when I had that encounter with the Shining One, and I was scolded for falling. I don't remember everything he said to me, but I know he was very disappointed that I allowed myself to fall like that. But he understood that it was a control thing, and it was something that I had to go through to experience and understand other people around me. It was not easy. It was a hard struggle for me. And I learned a lot from it. I realized that God does exist. That it is not the way people think that they are gods. We have Christ consciousness in us because the force and the part of God that animates our body and gives us this form and allows us to navigate in this reality, in this realm, is from God. It is something that can never be duplicated. These grays and these beings are trying to steal humanity's very soul. And this battle has been going on for thousands of years. And I want everybody that is listening to me to understand, if you have any grievance against anyone, let that go. Let it all go. It's not going to serve you any purpose. Everything that's going to happen from now on is going to happen quite rapidly, and people need to stick together, because together we're going to overcome everything that's happening, and this is how we're going to survive. Not hurting each other, not taking away from each other, not holding grudges. Get rid of all that feelings, all those bad feelings that you feel towards anyone. The truth is coming. This is a time of truth. So everybody's stuff is coming to the light. Anything negative that you may have done, it's okay. We're human. We make mistakes. Just stop making the mistakes that you're making. Adjust yourself. Get yourself ready. Keep yourself prepared, because more things are to come. More. The future is beautiful. We just have to stick together so that we can make it to see that beautiful future.
Mm-hmm. We do. We have to unite. Mm-hmm. We do. Yeah, right now it's so important.
We've got people fighting over religion and you know, their political beliefs. I mean, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. It's sad. No. It's sad. I mean, we're all loved. We're all loved. We're loved by the highest form of love, and it's the love of God. And He sends His angels. And all of you who are listening to me, believe it or not, you are all the seeds of angels. You are all the seeds of angels, and those angels are watching over you. It is a vital time right now.
It is, Marisol. This is a crazy time, and we're being tested. We really are, all of us. But I want to say one thing about the reptilian, or Lizzies, as some people call them. I like to call them Lizzies. I think they're throughout the universe, and I'm sure people are thinking, well, why isn't there a Lizzie in one of our museums, stuffed? But they're intelligent. They're not spiritual, and they've got a lot of spiritual growth to, be next to God. I mean, they might be like the fallen ones, the demons or whatever, but they are the fallen ones. And, not... just because you're intelligent doesn't mean you're spiritual and a part of God. Yeah. And these reptilians are physical beings. They can die. They make the grays. They're the workers, the laborers for the reptilians. So, that's how they work. And so they're expendable. They don't care if they crash the spaceships or whatever they do, the grays.
No, they don't. They have such a hold on everything. It's really scary. I mean, when you dig deep, every institution around the world is controlled by these beings, and their reign is just about to be over. I just want to tell everybody, celebrate, because the reign is just about to be over, and we are winning.
Let's celebrate.
And we need to stick together. Stick together. Have faith. Let all that negativity go. If you're angry at anybody, let that go. Let it go. Just say, God, fill me with your glory. Fill me with your joy, and move on. God is coming. People don't see it, but God is coming. He's coming. He's getting everything ready. He's getting everything ready. So ready yourselves. Let all the negative stuff go. Don't hold any grudges. Help those that you can. Stick together. Help your families. Your families are important. Help those within your arm's reach. And if you can help anybody after that, do it.
Do you see aliens actually landing and making themselves actually known, instead of coming at night and abduct people, and taking
happening.
them to their underground bases or their underground or their undersea bases?
They're going to become very desperate at this point. It's going to come really a headway where they're going to show themselves, and they're going to start hurting humanity in a very physical and very everybody's going to see. And I don't want you to fear. It's going to be quite scary, but don't fear, because we have these beings, these shining ones, and these beings that are really love us and are protecting us, and they're helping us. There's also these other beings that they look like birds.
The blue beings.
Aliens, yes, these beings are real. And there's so many different kinds. You guys are going to be really surprised. But I'm thinking with what they showed me was by 2029. By 2029, they're going to start really making contact with humanity. People are going to be able to really see. And they're doing that because the reptilians are coming up. The reptilians are going to make themselves known, and it's going to be like a war, really, really. People need to protect themselves spiritually because it is a battle for our souls. They harvest our souls. Oh. It's time for harvesting. Mm-hmm. They are harvesting people. Yeah.
Do you think there are cloned beings, human beings out there? I mean, they're actually cloned that they have made out there, and some of them are doing horrible things. You know, what we're seeing with all these horrible things going on in the United States.
What they showed me is that the reptilians have underground huge incubators with these tiny fetuses, and they're blank slates. These are going to be like the new humans that they want walking on the earth. They want to eliminate all of us. And put
are they soulless?
Yes, they're definitely soulless. They're trying to trap our souls, but they can't do it. They can't duplicate. Yeah. No matter how smart these reptilians are, these angelic beings and God has much more superior, more wonderful technology than these other beings, and they're helping us. And also, the Shining Ones do also help repopulate the Earth. So they have taken genetic material from many of us human beings here on the planet, and they have that just in case, because this war has been going on for billions of years. Billions. This is not just on the Earth. This has happened other places and around the galaxy. And we're the new kids on the block, and we controlled, and we're still being controlled. But because we are the new kids on the block, the angelic beings love us. They love us, and they're not going to let them continue this with us. It's ending. So the new beginning is happening. We are in the age of Aquarius. Angels are definitely real, just like these other beings. So people, have faith. Know that you are loved by the Most High. Know that someone loves you so much so that they are willing to bring the heavens down for us to fight and help us. So let's stick together. Put your differences aside. I don't care what affiliation you have with whatever religion or politician or whatever. I love you all, just like God loves you. The angels love you. They want you to know that they're here fighting for us. Just stick together. Stick together, people.
Marisol, I wanted to ask you, you know, they're talking about World War III now. They keep talking about it. And, you know, with what's going on in the Mideast and Iran, you know, they're working on a nuclear bomb. And we know that Russia has it. We know that North Korea has one. We know China has a nuke. Do you see that ever happening? Big nuclear explosion somewhere?
Yes, I do.
And will we be saved?
Yes, we will. And we will be saved. Let me put it this way. Your body, my body, all of us, we are just vessels. This is just a vessel. It is and it will be destroyed. But your soul, your true self, is not, it can't be destroyed. It can't, but it can be held captive. So get yourself right. Don't allow yourself to fall for the crap of all this, you know, new stuff, and that you could live forever in another body or this AI stuff. That's not, it's another prison. All right? Get yourself right. What's happening for us is something wonderful and good. But before the good happens, all this bad stuff has to happen. It has to. And it's going to. The only thing that we can do is prepare ourselves spiritually and in a way that we can help ourselves survive and others. But yes, I saw that happening.
I wanted to ask you a quick question. You didn't say anything about Tom Reed. Have you ever met him? He was one of the children abducted in 1969.
I've spoken with Tom Reed, but I chose not to speak with Mr. Reed because him and Tom Warner have a little feud, and I don't want to be in the middle of that.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't want to be in the middle of that. That's not me. I have the utmost respect for all of them. For
Sure.
Tom Reed and Tom Warner, and everyone that has had an experience. But I don't get into, their personal stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's going on
silly?
There. It really is.
I mean, they're both abducted. We're together.
Yeah.
Sillies.
I mean,
it's a bunch of knuckleheads.
I know. It's just like, I don't know. I think Mr. Reed is a little upset, and to say that it was, I don't know, maybe only him, and that it was him who, there were so many other children besides him that were taken. So yeah, I think he's a good guy. I don't have anything against anyone. I believe him. I believe Mr. Reed. I believe what happened to him. Yeah, especially when he talks about these orbs.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Incredible story, too. What happened to him, it was with his mom and his grandmother and his brother were in a car when it all happened. And they were taken inside in this hangar, too. So the hangar sounds like military to me, and I think the military are working with these aliens.
Yeah, they've traded us for technology, and unfortunately, humanity is unaware of it. And because we're unaware, and it was done without our consent, this is why this is all happening. This is why these angelic beings are intervening, because they see and they know what's already happening. They know, and they're helping us.
Did you feel changed after you were abducted? Did you start having dreams? I started having dreams before I was abducted, but I think it was because I've been seeing these little blue children since I was 3. And these little blue children were very playful. They taught me how to levitate and put puzzles together. It's been quite interesting with these beings. They're all different. They all have a different way of doing things. But no, the Greys have, thank God, they haven't bothered me. No, they have like little. When I got sick with C. diff, the little brown guys, and they look like the Greys, but they're kind of brown, more like the burgundy color. And they look like little toddlers. They look more human. And those work with the shining ones. And they're kind of like little doctor people. So when I got C. diff, they came and they helped me. I saw the little hybrid little girl. I believe it to be my child. And she said that she was here to assist me. And she tapped my head, and I saw myself in like a smoky form. And when they brought me back, they were healing me, literally healing me, and I could actually see what they were doing. And then they put me back, and my C. diff was gone. I'm better. Wow.
And I ended up getting C. diff like 3 times.
Well, I bet that's happened to millions of women out there. I've heard so many stories, read so many stories of women being pregnant, and then all of a sudden the fetus is gone. They're abducted, they take the child. Yeah,
that's happened to me.
So that's been going on for a long time. We've got to make a movie out of your story, Marisol. We got to get a book out there for you. Come on, we got to do this. It's just this life gets so busy. I've got these 2 little girls, and it's been so difficult for me to even, get back into writing. I've got maybe like 4 chapters in my book, and I'm still writing. Well, that's good.
I need a lot of help. I don't know how to put the book together.
I've never
done anything like that. Yeah, I do.
Well,
but I know that you have your own projects going on as well. So,
no, I can help you still. Don't worry.
That'd be great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But I want people to understand that, we are all hybrids. We are all hybrids. Please understand that and don't feel bad about it. There's nothing wrong with being a hybrid. We're all hybrids. What we used to be then, we are not now. We are what we are now. And we are going to change again. Humanity is constantly changing, and we are changing. The outer thing is, it's all going to change. Everything, all the laws, everything is going to change. And once everything changes, technology is going to be still here, and it's going to be so much better because it's not going to be controlled by any corporation. It's going to be controlled by you. You are the technology.
That's right.
You. It's going to be beautiful.
Well, I always believed that someday we're going to be telepathic, everyone, and there'll be no more lies. No one can lie anymore. If you're telepathic, you can read everybody's minds. You better watch out what you think. It used to be that way. It did.
Yeah, it used to be that way. Well, when I was taken by the Shining once, it did give me something to drink that made me telepathic, and I thought I was losing my mind. I was able to hear everybody's thoughts. The bad part about it was that I was hearing everybody's thoughts simultaneously, so it sounded like a crowd of people. And I had to get myself checked. And then I realized when my mother took me privately and said, look, you're not crazy. What happened to you happened. Come to grips with it. And you're telepathic now. You are a seer. And the gifts that God gives you, he does not take away. My mom really helped me.
That's right.
She really helped me so much. And she helped me understand things. And I miss her so much. But she's always with me. Yeah, she taught me how to help everybody. She always helped people. She was just a godsend. She really was.
Yeah.
And all of you.
It's kind of like my mom.
Yeah, all of you moms out there, you guys are awesome, and so thank you so much for being so wonderful to us.
Yes,
I just think, the line between being a woman and whatever they're trying to change us to is not going to happen. Be happy with who you are. Yeah, be happy with who you are. That's just the.
You read my article today about
yes, I did.
becoming empowered as the goddess. I mean, where did the goddess go? Women have been so berated and put down. Women are being raped now by these migrants that are coming in. There's just no respect for women anymore. And I get very angry at what's going on in schools. Women are competing with trans men, which is totally wrong. Men are men, no matter what. I don't care if you put a dress on or not. You're still a man.
It's so sad. It really is so sad. These people, they really, and then for our government to try to force us to comply with the delusion and the illusion is completely crazy. This is why, all this is happening. All of the mask and the masquerading is going to end because, my gosh, I'm a woman. I'm a God's child. I don't feel like a horse. I'm not a horse. I realize that. And I don't ever want to be a horse.
No,
I'm proud of what I am.
No, you're not a horse.
I'm not a horse.
Thank goodness. You'd be a
I'm
talking
a
horse. That would be interesting.
No, really. They really, instead of encouraging that, they should, say, hey, no, I want you to learn how to love yourself and know that, you are loved exactly, and the way you were born, you have a purpose, it is not to change yourself and harm yourself and, hurt yourself, because this is what's happening. They don't realize that until it's too late. You read a lot of stories of people who have those changes and then they have such deep regrets. It is such a sad thing. And, most of them kill themselves after they make the change, not before.
Right.
And it's really sad. I don't want that to happen. I love them all.
No, I don't
mean,
either.
if you feel different and you have some sort of identity crisis, man, go on your knees and ask for guidance. Believe me, your angel is going to show you. It really does work. I mean, no matter how lost you may feel, I was lost. I felt so lost. And a mother taking care of 3 kids, you know, and then going through an addiction. I felt so lost and so unworthy. And then when that happened, when the shining ones came and they showed themselves to me, I did feel so unworthy, and I didn't understand what was happening to me. But I needed to experience that so that I can wake up out of this nightmare that I was living. It really changed my life. It changed my life for the better. I didn't go to rehab or anything. I did it all by myself. And I did it with the help of my mother and the angels, these angels that watch over me. And they watch over you. All of you have angels. And what they showed me is that in every realm, it's like an onion, you have another you that loves you so much and that is watching you. It's like we exist in all these different realms. You exist. You're not aware of it because you're on this realm, but you really exist in all these other realms. So when you're dying and you go into the astral plane, you're tethered to another plane as well. And when you're coming back, it's like you feel that pull on that tether. It pulls you back into your body. It's happened to me. I've had 5 near-death experiences throughout my life. The first one while I was being born. The second one when I was about 7. The third one when I was 14. I had pneumonia. I was dying. And then the fourth one when my kidney shut down at the age of 24. And then last year when I got C. diff.
Wow.
So you can heal yourself. You know, you can heal yourself. And you have angels that will help you heal yourself. Yeah. And I didn't know.
Well, thank
I didn't know about any of that.
Marisol. You're just
welcome,
a goddess.
Guys.
You're just wonderful. And, you know, we should talk about bringing back the goddess. You know, the woman that was the caretaker, the shaman, the medicine woman.
Yes.
You know, women were telepathic eons ago. We knew things before they happened. And women have gotten away from that. They don't trust their intuition or anything. So we should get back and talk about that next time. What do you think?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I think that sounds great. You know, before the Tower of Babel was built, everybody was telepathic and everybody spoke the same language.
Right. That's
right. It's going to happen.
Well, let's do it and get that book written.
It sounds great. I will.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Hey, you guys, too. Thank you for having me. Love you, Betsy.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marisol. Talk to you
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, it's Jenny Garth here. The talk around GLP-1s is inescapable these days, but are you familiar with Future Health? They've made accessing qualified doctors who specialize in GLP-1s easier than ever before. My friend has struggled with their weight for many years. It was always up and down. She tried fad diets, never saw lasting results. So she started using GLP-1s. And not only did the weight come off, but she also gained more energy to do all those activities that she loved the most. I'm all about feeling my best and living my life in a healthy way. It's incredible how science is able to help us achieve that healthy lifestyle that we are all striving for. Future Health gives millions of people affordable access to knowledgeable providers who really know weight loss medications for less than $3 a day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare service provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Stop daydreaming, car shoppers. Dave Smith Motors has your dream car with over 1,300 new cars and trucks in inventory. We are one of the largest Jeep and Ram dealers, selling Chryslers and Dodges too. And we're the Northwest's largest GM dealer. People travel from over 40 states, including Hawaii and Alaska, to buy from us in Kellogg, Idaho. We have the best people, the best products, and our low prices are back. Before you buy anywhere, visit davesmith.com to unlock the best prices. Dave Smith Motors, where dreams drive home.